All right, so I'm at Helvey's Mill, or Helvey's Mill, how you pronounce that, shelter. It's about 3/10 of a mile off the AT, and then there's water way down below that as well. Looks like it's another couple tenths of a mile away from that. I don't need any water. So that first pull coming up out of the bottom down there, so you come off the top, you come in that point there where the AT Sobo goes into the woods off the highway where it crosses over 77, and that's I think it said 6.4 to Laurel Falls, the road there that goes by, not Laurel Falls, Laurel Creek. So coming Nobo, once you get to that point, you'll start going downhill. You'll be above the highway, but you will get below the highway very quickly. Get down there in the bottom and it'll be a road walk, and then once you get back down there to the bottom, there's a trash can down there and a pull off, and don't miss it because you'll miss it if there's nobody there. There is a blaze on the tree, but the trail turns 180 degrees back the way you came. It just disappears into the woods, so you'll miss it and keep walking down that asphalt if you're not careful. So where the asphalt gets to the bottom and levels out for a little bit, right there, start looking for that blaze. So that's where Fresh Ground was, and fed us breakfast. And there's probably 8 hikers at least, maybe 10 that were around when I was there that came through anyway. So then you come up out of there, and it is a straight up hike. I can't remember how many, it's a mile, but I don't know how many feet you gain. I'll see if I'll look at gut hooks and put it down here in the bottom corner. But anyhow, it's a tough climb up. But if you're through hiking by the time you get here, you got the legs for it. If you're section hiking, just take your time. My philosophy is on big ups like that is set a pace and keep going and don't stop till you get to the top. That's my goal. Not always achievable, but I might stop for a minute here or there, but not more than a couple times. And when I do, I stretch my calves out to help with that plantar fasciitis. So I did go ahead and take one of those tablets, Duexin I think it's called, that is 800 milligrams of vitamin I along with famotidine, which is what is in Pepcid. They're very expensive. I had samples from the doctor. It's like $1,000 for a month's prescription, something stupid like that. But it's basically just ibuprofen with the famotidine, which is, believe it's only found in Pepcid, or it's also found in the generic Walmart Great Value brand of Pepcid. So you can just, instead of spending that kind of money, you can either just take ibuprofen enough to equal 800 milligrams, or you can get your doctor to write you a prescription for the 800 milligram tablet, and that tablet runs for a 30-day supply about $6. Whole lot and then just go buy some Pepcid. Take 2 tablets at the same time you take one of your vitamin I. Equals the same thing, does the trick. It's all about inflammation, so I assume that would help inflammation with anything, but particularly for my plantar fasciitis. All right, so good campsites along this section in here. Plenty of campsites you can find right when you get to the top of that grind and it starts to get easier. There's campsite there, and then periodically throughout here. For a long while, probably, I don't know, 12, 18 miles, I'm not going to have any significant climbs like that. So there'll always be ups and downs. It is the Appalachian Trail, but not anything like just experience back there. So this is what we're looking at now, and we're about 12 miles from where we fed to Lick Skillet Hollow, which is our terminus for the evening. Although the next one, road crossing over, is 5 miles away. So I'm gonna wind up doing 18 and some change if I stop at Lick Skillet. If I got enough daylight and enough feet left in me, I may just keep on going to the crossing there at where Trent's Grocery is, there at the suspension bridge. We'll make that call when we get to Lick Skillet Hollow. That would give me a 23-mile day, which I have no intention of doing that coming off the couch. So that's probably not going to happen. We'll just see what kind of daylight. When I got plenty of daylight, I hate stopping for the day unless my feet are just killing me. All right, I'm in the green tunnel. So we keep on rolling. All right, so we are a couple miles out from Lick Skillet Hollow. Perfect day for hiking. I think the high was supposed to be 77, but it's been overcast, so no harsh sun beating down on us. When you get on top of these ridges in a place like I am now, where you're on top of the elevation and the mountains drop down on each side of you, then a couple yards of the trail, you get a good wind. Boy, it feels good whistling up through here. Not a lot of views through this section from 77 highway to so far through here. Be coming into Lick Skillet Hollow, and there's not any, don't think there's any tinning right there at that crossing, so there's nothing showing on far out. So come in resting. There's a campsite 3 tents before and 1 3 tents after, but none of those hold a bunch of people. And right now, let's see, there was 1 2 3 4 5 6 back there, and I know there's more coming or in front. 7. So not sure where everybody's going to go. That will be interesting. Sure to work itself out. We will see. But this will probably be it till I get to tonight's destination, and we'll chat with you when we get there then. All right, Ramdino out for now. All right, last 4 miles of the day. Coming into Lick Skillet Hollow. Fresh Ground has said he's going to be there with the feed. So everybody that he fed at breakfast is all pumped up about that. Stop back there as a water cache. When you come across the water, the gravel service road there, I don't know what it is, but it's right before Lick Skillet. Somebody's put out water there. Thank you, whoever did that, because there's no water anywhere on the trail through this section. So you haul it in, and so thanks a lot for that. You can't drink the water back at the bottom of the hill where you cross over 77. You got a road walk, then you get back in the woods. There's a creek there, but you can't drink that water. It's got a lot of road runoff, and hunters throw their deer carcasses there, I'm told. So that creates an E. coli problem and other problems, I'm sure. Cryptosporidium, all kind of bacteria, and who knows if what you got will filter that out. A lot of people don't filter. So anyway, don't drink the water there. So the water cache is there. It's on gut hooks far away now that it was dry. There was nothing there day before yesterday. And today, they probably had 20 gallons that were empty and 2 cases of water, one of which was gone. And time I left there, hikers I came in, there was probably half of that got gone. And then there's about a group of 30 coming behind me. So that will get gone pretty quick. It'll be gone too. But whoever put it out, thanks. That's an awesome thing. Great lifesaver for some folks. So this is the last stretch of the day. There's a pretty good size of gut hooks far away is showing pretty good size, far out, not far away, is showing a pretty good, supposed to be a good creek there. Do some wilderness first aid, soak my feet in there to bring down some of the inflammation in my plantar fascia. But I'm doing good with that. So still hurts, still a presence, but it's not taking me off trail. All right, I'm going up here. So I'm gonna cut this for the time being.
I don't have any money for brand new tires.
I remember going through Texas and I had a flat tire and I rode for 30 miles. Lean back.
This is Fresh Ground holding court. After he's fed everybody, they're all gonna sit around and listen to him tell Fresh Ground stories.
You can do that in Texas. I don't know if you...
Well, I only thought that's gonna be the end of the day. Going in there to Lick Skillet Holler. Got there and I got like 2 hours more daylight than I did when I started yesterday. So it's 5 miles over to Trent's Grocery. If I knock that out, that'll make the next 2 days be considerably less if I want to do that. So I decided to go ahead and do it. Got it in me. Feet are doing okay. So there were some Thru Hikers there. That's what their plans are, although I'm not going to be staying at Trent's Grocery. There's a suspension bridge there where the trail comes out, and then Trent's Grocery is like a couple tenths of a mile road walk off the trail up the road. And it's literally a grocery store. They got a grill there, and they will also let you camp there, and I think they may have a shower. I'm not sure, but I think they definitely have a toilet, flush toilet. So people going up there camping, I'm going to stay down in the woods. But make a long story short, it's like another 5.5 miles over there. So today, if I'd stopped back yonder at Lick Skillet Holler, I would have, where Fresh Ground was feeding again, it would have been an 18.5 mile day for me, which to me is a lot coming off the couch. So, but I got daylight and I think I got it in me. So I'm going for it, which will make it a 24 mile day. I have done that before. It's been a while. I was hiking regularly then, instead of it's been a couple months since I hiked, and then the last time I had to come off because of my feet for the first time ever. So if I had any sense, I wouldn't be pushing it, but there wasn't a great camping site there. And anyway, I had the daylight. I can take it slow. If I have to, I'll find feet get to hurting too much, I'll just find a campsite somewhere here between the two, and the world will keep spinning and the sun will come up. All right, wish me luck. I'll let you know how it turns out. That was a pretty little hike through that rock garden back there, though. Across that ridge, and today's been such a great day for hiking. Temps are in the 70s, and had a good breeze blowing. So I want to continue the awesome day. All right, I'll keep going. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. This last bit today has been, the downs have been tough on my knees. But one thing I really like is when you come out of the woods and you pop out into one of these meadows here. I just think that's really just gorgeous when you do that. I've popped out into some of them, particularly in the winter, you know, where they're all snowed over. Of course, they're even prettier in the winter, but I don't know, just something about it. It's just awful neat. Probably it's different than being in the woods all the time. It's just different scenery, you know, but you wonder, was the cows here at one time? Was this all kept mowed down? How come there's no more trees in here than they are? You know, anyway, thought I'd share that with you. The sun's going down, getting into the twilight. Of course, I think this is about the time I started yesterday. Did about 2 miles and it was all up. Now I'm all down and I got about 1 mile and I don't know, 4/10 to get to where we're stopping. There's AT signage. That's kind of weird to be out here in the middle of nowhere. You see them on a trail. I mean, when you're crossing the road, or to kind of help you guide your way. But I haven't seen too many of those in my hikes. I've seen 3 or 4 on this hike. It's kind of unusual, but anyway, be down where we're staying here in not too long. What we talked earlier about trying this last 5.5 miles or so to get there, across the bridge at Trent's Grocery, and I didn't know if we could do that or not. A lot of ups and everything, and so I thought probably not, but that was okay if we didn't. You know, I was all right with that. I was also okay with making it. So this is a suspension bridge right before the trailhead. If the picture's swaying, that's because I'm swaying. There's a river. I want to come down here and put my feet in this thing. May have to walk up there to the rapids to do that. No, there's a beach, well, right down there. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, point is, I made it. So there's camping spots on the other side of the river. We'll see if there's some over here. If there are, we'll do that. If not, we'll just go back the other side. All right, we made it. That is a day. 24 freaking miles. Whew. Matches my all-time, but pretty happy with that, because I did it after not hiking for a while, coming straight off the couch. All right, we will chat with y'all in the very near future, starting tomorrow.